expectations for the 2021 academic year. If you have any questions, you can just make a note of them and then ask the class teacher either when you drop off or pick up. So the visions and values you may be familiar with already. Everything we do at Colton Primary School is underlined by our visions and values. So we are confident people shining, and we are all stars developing skills for life, supporting each other in our team to achieve our best, and always showing respect because successful learners are the stars at Colton Primary School. So here's the Year 4 team this year. The phase leader of Year 3 and 4 is Mrs. Preedy. The middle leader in Year 4 is Mrs. Orchard, and she's in Amethyst class. And the LPs are Miss Preedy and Miss Yemberley. In Topaz class, the class teacher is Miss Thomas and the LP is Mrs. Parry. And in Diamond class, the class teacher is Miss Cadodia and the LP is Mrs. Trigg. And the PPA teacher is Mrs. Preedy. So as ever, we have high expectations of work and behaviour. We give opportunity for pupils to achieve with enrichment and extensions in order that pupils have high expectations for themselves too. The expectation is underpinned by routines in school and also the support at home, which we will come on to shortly. At the beginning of the day, the children will come into school independently and put their belongings away in a tidy, quick and considerate way. At the moment, we aren't using lockers, so all of their belongings will be around their desk. Children are responsible for handing in any letters. Again, at the moment, there won't be as many letters as there might have been, but they must have their resources ready to start the day. We are a no cash school, so please use parent pay for trips and any dinner money. Okay, so a few things to remember. Ensure that all uniform is correct and please named, including shoes and coats. So they should wear a white blouse, a shirt, polo shirt, dark grey or black skirt, shorts or trousers, and black closed-toe shoes, no trainers. Red, grey or black tights or socks, and the socks can be white. Now, at the moment for Year 5 and 6, they come into school on the days that they have PE in their PE kit, but usually a full PE kit should be in school at all times. The Space Team coloured t-shirt, black shorts, black trainers or DAPs, no football kit or t-shirts with large logos. Again, if you're not sure which Space Team your child is in, you can ask the class teacher. Remove earrings before PE lessons and hair should be tied back. In terms of jewellery, only studs should be worn, so no hoops or dangly earrings, no bracelets, necklaces or anklets please, and no jewellery to be worn at swimming. And of course toys should stay at home. A slight change this year in terms of our behaviour and recognition. We've moved away from our behaviour ladder and instead for good behaviour shown in the quality of their work or attitude and play, they'll be rewarded with class dojo points, and the children's point tally is added to their house team's total. For poor behaviour or attitude, it will result in the children losing break or lunchtime, and if there is persistent poor behaviour, red and yellow cards may still be issued. Okay, so we are still using restorative practice, and it's inevitable that at some point issues may arise. So if they do, we get all parties together and discuss what's happened. So we ask them what happened, what were they thinking at the time, and do they think any differently now, and how did they feel? We ask them who's been affected by their actions and what way they were affected, and then we decide together, both parties, what needs to happen now. So our restorative stars and staff will be following this method throughout the school. So there's a slight change to the overview of the day. The doors open, as you're aware, slightly earlier, 8:40, and there's a half an hour window for you to drop your child off. Home time again, there's a half an hour window between 3 and half 3 for you to pick your child up. Now, if you have a read through the bullet points there, that's how a typical day may look like. Again, there's a few things that may change between weeks or even between year groups, but that's how our typical day may look. Okay, so moving on to homework. The homeschool learning agreement has been read and signed by the parents, children and teachers, and this details homework expectations. So reading and maths interrail passes are to be conducted at least 4 times a week, and please do record this in WOW books. Class dojo points are issued for each entry into their WOW books. At the end of the academic year, children should know their times tables and division facts for all times tables up to 12 times 12. Spellings are tested and issued every Thursday in their spelling book, and children are expected to write a sentence containing each of their spellings in context in their homework books, and please practice the spellings in there too. Again, recording homework, please do write down and encourage your child to write down each time they have completed one of the tasks, because they do receive dojo points for every task that they do complete. You may recognise this slide from last year, and it really just outlines the importance of reading and regular reading and how it impacts on the success of a child at school. So for example, child A reads 20 minutes per day. That's 3,600 minutes per school year, and that's 1.8 million words per school year. So that's for 20 minutes a day. If a child reads 5 minutes per day, that's reduced to 900 minutes per school year. And again, the word count is reduced to 282,000 words per school year. Now, child C, they only read 1 minute per day. That's 180 minutes per school year, which equates to 8,000 words per school year. So it just shows the importance of reading either on their own or to a parent or guardian for 20 minutes a day, and that impact it can have over the school year. Okay, so assessment. At the moment, due to government guidelines, children are sat in rows at the teacher's discretion based on personalities, independence and ability, but they can be changed again at the teacher's discretion. There are daily formative assessments throughout all lessons, and then termly teacher assessments of the objectives that have been taught, and we use these assessments to inform our plans, to set targets for children and to implement the interventions. Okay, so Doodle Maths and Doodle English. Again, you may already be using these, certainly Doodle Maths. Doodle English is slightly newer to Colton, but obviously to download Doodle Maths, Doodle Tables and Doodle English, you need to visit doodlemaths.com/available-apps. Okay, the good thing about Doodle Maths, Doodle Tables and Doodle English is the program uses algorithms to tailor learn to your child's individual needs. So it means that all children should be able to have a go at Doodle Maths, Doodle Tables and Doodle English independently. Certificates and small prizes, like we did last year, are given out in school to celebrate the children's achievements on the apps, and regular home moves will help help extend classroom learning. So it's really important that they are completing that at home. So having a look at the curriculum in Year 4. So in maths, Year 4 children are expected to round any number to the nearest 10, 100 or 1,000, convert the time from analog to digital, add and subtract fractions with the same denominator, use decimals with up to 2 decimal places, and know multiplication division facts for all times tables up to 12 times 12. It's also important to note that in Year 4, children do take part in an online check of tables knowledge in June. So really, by June, they should be, or hopefully will be, knowing all their tables up to 12 times 12. So in English, the SPAG content for Year 4 includes verb tenses and types, sentence types, understanding clauses, adverbial and noun phrases, all of which will be developed in their writing. They are expected to have good structure in their writing and use a wide range of punctuation. And finally, in science, we will cover the human digestive system, sound, electricity, states of matter, and food chains. The quest themes this year in Year 4, we're starting off with Captain Colton, which you may have already heard a lot about from your child. After the October break, we'll be moving on to the Maya and the rainforest. After Christmas, in the spring term, we'll move on to the ancient Egyptians. And finally, in the summer term, Stone Age to Iron Age. Interventions. There's a wide range of interventions that are available, and they can include academic, social, emotional, English as an additional language, and behavioural support. Each intervention is tailored to meet the needs of the individuals or the small class groups, and social and emotional support is also available for families via the Family Support Worker, Stella Smithson, and the Thrive team. Okay, school reports. We'll send home an interim report in the spring term, and there will be a phone consultation evening in the autumn and spring term. So where we would have had last year a face-to-face parent consultation evening, this will be now done over the phone. You still book your slots on eSchool as you usually would, and then the class teacher will call you at that designated time. At the end of the year, we will send home the full report as we usually would. Okay, pupil premium funding. So the school can receive money for families who are eligible for free school meals. This money can be used to fund all trips and residential visits, as well as extra tuition and in-school support for your child. So children qualify if you receive the following benefits. So either universal credit, which is net income of 7,400 or less, income support, income-based job seekers allowance, income-related employment and support allowance, support under Part 4 of the Immigration and Asylum Act in 1999, and the guaranteed element of state pension credit and child tax credit. So you can apply online via the Gloucester County Council website. And again, if you need any support with that, you can get in contact with the school who can assist you with this. Swimming next. So children will have swimming lessons in Year 5 in the summer term, and there will be a catch-up class for those that have not achieved 25 metres, and this will be in Year 6, and again in the autumn and the summer term. And finally, parents. So we see parents as important partners in the process of developing children's language, reading, writing, and numerical skills. We offer an open door policy to parents if there are any issues in school, although if there is a specific concern, it is advisable to make an appointment to call class teacher or the phase leader. We have high expectations of learning and behaviour and would like you to support us in these areas. And as I mentioned earlier, if there are any concerns or questions or queries, please come and see your class teacher. So how can parents help? Well, firstly, sleep is vital. Ideally 9 to 11 hours for a primary age child. Please provide healthy snacks, so fruit or vegetables. And again, because of allergies, no nuts, please. Provide healthy lunch boxes. Participate in home learning. And screen time limited. And of course, safety and use of the library, either your child in school and local libraries as well. So we communicate in a number of different ways. We have our fortnightly newsletter and class news, which is put onto the eSchools page. We have our Facebook page, which is updated regularly with what's going on around the school. We have our school website. We have text messaging. You can write comments into your child's Wow book, which the teacher will read and respond to. And we have our Quest Webs, which gives an overview of what we are doing each term. So thank you very much for listening to the expectations for the 2021 academic year. Again, if you have any questions or queries about what you've heard, please get in contact with your class teacher, who will be happy to assist.